Continuous verb forms, English for advanced learners. Hello, welcome back again. I'm Zenebe Hailu. In this video, I'm going to share with you the forms and use of continuous verbs in the English language. So we're going to see the general and the specific forms of the continuous verbs with brief examples. Let's start by looking at the general continuous forms and uses. Use continuous verb forms to describe actions which we see happening over a period of time. Let's have an example. I see you're taking Arabic classes. She was doing well at school. They have been watching a soap opera over the past few weeks. He'll be seeing them later. So as you can see from the examples, the continuous verb forms here, they are used to describe actions which are happening over a period of time. So simple verb forms are not interested in the sense of duration, so we use continuous verb forms in this instance. Second, also we may see this situation as temporary. For example, we are visiting my aunt. She is recovering from an operation. You can also see this situation as happening around a point of time. For example, at 4 o'clock, Zenebe Hailu was having a tea. You can also see this situation as involving change or development. She was becoming grumpier as she got older. The weather is changing. You can also see the situation as incomplete. For example, I have been reading War and Peace. This means I haven't finished it yet. We were just talking about the new restaurant. It refers or it means we haven't finished talking about it. So one thing you need to remember here is that the idea of completion is especially important with continuous perfect forms. Simple perfect forms emphasize completion and consequently the result of the action. For example, Susan has studied very hard for these exams. This sentence refers or it means the studying is finished. Perhaps the exam have started. However, continuous perfect forms emphasize the action itself. Let's have an example. Susan has been studying really hard for these exams. So the meaning changes. This is what she has been doing. Perhaps the exams haven't started yet. Thirdly, the continuous infinitive to be plus the ing form also emphasizes that an action is in progress at a particular time. For example, everyone appears to be enjoying the sunshine. This means they are enjoying the sunshine when you see them. Let's compare it with another structure or form. Everyone appears to enjoy the sunshine. Here, the meaning is everyone generally enjoys the sunshine. Now, let's proceed to the second section of this lesson, and we're going to see here special uses of the continuous forms. Let's get in detail. First, always plus the simple form indicate that something happens regularly. For example, I always miss the bus. However, always plus the continuous form is also common in the English language. This stresses the repetitiveness of the action and can indicate that the speaker finds the situation infuriating, strange, or surprising. Let's take an example. Michael is always getting lost. Alexander and Sarah are always complaining. So this is how it can be used in the continuous form. We can use constantly, forever, continually, extra in the same way. For instance, you are constantly annoying me. They are forever talking in the class. Second, use the past continuous to make requests more polite and tentative. For example, I was wondering if you could give me a hand with my homework. We were thinking you might want to come with us to the restaurant. In both sentences, the requests are polite and tentative, and that's why I use the past continuous tense in this structure. Third, the present continuous tense is often used to describe arrangements for the future. For example, he is starting a new course in economics next year. What are you doing tonight? So in this case, either there is a future time phrase in the sentence, or it is clear from the context that we are talking about the future. For instance, if you see both sentences that we have seen as an example, they have a future time phrase. The first sentence we have next year, and the second sentence we have a time phrase tonight. Let's come to modal verbs. With modal verbs, the continuous infinitive can have a different meaning from the simple infinitive. Let's compare both of them with examples. Look how the meaning changes. He might be training at the gym. This refers to present possibility, whereas he might train at the gym refers to future possibility. They look happy. They must be going on holiday. This refers to logical necessity. Must go on holiday. This is personal desire or obligation. So I think it's clear from the example what I mean to emphasize. Thirdly, you're going to come to verbs which change meaning in continuous and simple forms. State verbs. These are verbs which describe states only occur in the simple form. Examples: Caleb seems a bit unhappy. I don't know you lived in Gambella. So the most common state verbs are be verbs. For instance, I have a car, I'm married. Verbs of possession and unchangeable states such as have, weigh, measure, fit. For example, I weigh a lot at the moment. Verbs to do with the senses such as appear, see, look, smell, taste. For instance, I can see him right now. Verbs describing thoughts and processes such as think, feel, expect. For instance, I think, therefore I am. I think, therefore I am. Verbs to describe states or actions. If the verbs above are used in the continuous form, they become actions of some sort. Let's see some examples. So the verb to be occurs in the continuous form when it refers to behavior which is temporary and or deliberate, and that means a kind of action. Look examples. Everyone is so unfriendly. It means they are usually like this or in this state. Everyone is being unfriendly. They are not usually like this. So one thing you need to remember is that know that is being cannot be used when there is no volition or deliberate will involved. For example, you can't say the sun is being very hot at the moment. You could say, or the correct form is the sun is very hot at the moment. Second, other verbs have a different meaning in their continuous and simple forms. I'm going to show you some examples. So we have states and actions. Let's see how the meaning changes. You look or appear lovely today, darling. This means seem. He is looking the other way. The band is appearing at the Apollo tonight. It means performing. I see you have lost your watch. This refers to with my eyes. We are seeing Vincent tonight. It means meeting. We think the match is finished. It means a pause or gas. They are thinking about the offer on the house. It means considering. Expect you're right. It means think. I'm expecting a letter from Momina. It means waiting for. They have always admired Haile Selassie. It means have a good opinion of. She was admiring my shoes. It means looking at and approving or appreciating. She has 2 cars. It means possess. They are having dinner at the moment. It means in progress. He weighs 74 kilograms. It's a fact. Dad is weighing the ingredients. The carpenter is measuring the wood. It means an activity. This shirt fits me perfectly. This means the correct size. John is fitting the shelves together. It refers to installing. Lastly, verbs such as feel, hurt, and ache can be used in either simple or continuous form with no difference in meaning. However, the examples we have seen above, there is totally meaning difference that you can observe from the examples we have seen. Thank you very much for tuning with me till now, and if you don't have any questions, write them down under the comment section of my video, and don't forget to like and share the video, and of course subscribe if you are new here. I'm going to see you next week. Until then, bye bye.